Preparing yourself for some significant clapback action is required, mostly due to the fact that Travis Kelce is not holding back when it comes to supporting his leading woman, Taylor Swift. In recent times, Billie Eilish has been the source of some controversy by criticizing prominent musicians, such as Taylor, for what she considers to be wasteful packaging techniques for vinyl editions. In a not-so-subtle remark, Billie made a reference to Taylor's vinyl albums, implying that they were contributing to environmental issues. On the other hand, Travis Kelce, who is known for being a supportive boyfriend, is not going to allow anyone to criticize Taylor. In an audacious move, he is taking the initiative to criticize Billie Eilish for her comments, thereby making it quite obvious that he will not accept anyone who does not respect his partner. Not for the first time, Taylor has been subjected to criticism regarding the decisions she has made regarding her packaging. Some individuals argue that extravagant vinyl releases lead to waste that is not essential. Travis, on the other hand, is not buying into the pessimism whatsoever. In every circumstance, he is prepared to support Taylor's artistic choices and to be by her side despite the circumstances. However, before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you are up to date on all of the latest videos. You won't have to pay for it, and it will be of great assistance to us in producing fresh content for your enjoyment. Billie Eilish is making it abundantly obvious that she does not approve of what she considers to be wasteful packaging and questionable sales practices in the music industry. For those of you who are unaware of this, she is making this apparent. During an interview with Billboard, Starr did not hold back while discussing her dedication to preserving the environment in her professional life and the purpose for which she found herself. She called out major musicians who remained nameless for what she considers to be ways of marketing and packaging their physical CDs and vinyl records that are wasteful and possibly unethical. We are living in a time where some artists feel the need to create all sorts of different vinyl records and packaging, which boosts sales numbers and ultimately, their profits, she told me. This is something that we are experiencing. Recent publication of this interview, which sheds insight on her position on the topic, highlights her viewpoint. Additionally, she stated, "I am unable to even begin to express to you how wasteful it is. It is right in front of our faces, and people are just getting away with it left and right, and I find it really frustrating as somebody who really goes out of my way to be sustainable and do the best that I can and try to involve everybody in my team in being sustainable. And then it's some of the biggest artists in the world making fucking 40 different vinyl packages that have a different unique thing, just to get you to keep buying more. It's just so wasteful, and it really annoys me that we're still at a stage where artists are so focused on their sales figures and making a profit, and it seems like all of your favorite artists are doing it." She expounded, expressing her frustration with the relentless pursuit of chart-topping albums by artists. "It's just so wasteful," one of her followers remarked. "The way Billie wasn't even talking about Taylor, but Swifties feel called out has me gagged LMFAO." This is a fan's agreement with her. In any case, you can count on me to be on Billie's side, since she is absolutely correct. It is unexhaustive. What is the point of having 67 distinct copies of the same vinyl, or being insane? Here is an illustration in 2021. Billie's own vinyl version of Happier Than Ever had 8 distinct variants of the album. On the other hand, she produced her work in a manner that was less harmful to the environment. The black versions were manufactured from black vinyl that was constructed from 100% recycled resources and were covered in shrink wrap made from sugarcane. Even her colored option was made from recycled materials. When it comes to sustainability in the music industry, Eilish is not just talking the talk, she is actually living the walk by participating to Reverb's music decarbonization project. This project is centered on minimizing the amount of carbon emissions that are produced by the music industry. In spite of the fact that he won an Academy Award, the 22-year-old did not single out any specific musicians for the various versions of physical albums that they had released. Many people who are admirers of Taylor Swift have made hasty judgments. Swift is known for selling many copies of her albums, which has earned her a reputation for doing so. Because of this, some people believe that Eilish was referring to the vocalist from Cruel Summer, for instance. Taylor Swift's most recent album, Tortured Poets Department, gave rise to this misconception. During the 2024 Grammy Awards, she presented this highly anticipated project to the public, and she is planning to release it on April 19th. It is important to note that this album is available in 4 distinct editions. Each of these versions contains the same sync songs, but they also come with their own set of bonus tracks and artwork for the album. Nevertheless, Taylor Swift's ability to release many versions of her albums is not a new talent. Just take a look at her 2023 release, which is a variation of her 1989 album. According to Forbes, this album created history by becoming the record holder for the highest-selling vinyl album in the history of the United States for a single week. And what is a significant contributor to its success? You have correctly identified the numerous iterations of the album. People on the internet are in agreement with her, and Swifties all across the world are getting ready for battle. Swifties are renowned for purchasing numerous copies of each unique version in order to collect them all. The following is an excerpt from a post that was made on X. Why do you think that Swiftie is the only one being shaded when Billie is completely correct and Taylor isn't even the only artist who does this? Another person wrote, however, Swifties are attacking her in Taylor's name, despite the fact that Billie variant statement did not mention any names. How is it that you people continue to make Taylor a target for yourself? How is it that you don't even notice it? Another individual concurred and stated Taylor has released 5 albums, and she is on the verge of releasing 6 albums this decade. The total number of vinyl variants that she has released for them is close to... In this decade, Billie has issued 1 album, and inside that album, he has created 8 different versions, all of which are using recycled materials. The score is 9-8. Do you guys have any sense of humor? But Swifties are not going to tolerate that at all. One individual expressed their support for Taylor and stated, "At this point, everyone is chart obsessed except for Taylor, who actually never spoke about it, like she only released 4 vinyl variants and shut up." But other people have 7 to 14 different vinyl varieties, in addition to a big-ass promotion and wailing, and for what? The boy for the promotion of your upcoming vinyl versions, this is not the appropriate method. On the other hand, Billie was not going to put up with all of this pandemonium, especially considering that she had never at any point identified Taylor. Okay, so it would be so awesome if people would stop putting words into my mouth and actually read what I said in that Billboard article, she stated, putting an end to all of the chatter that had been going on. The focus of which had been on her efforts to make her professional life more environmentally friendly. I wasn't trying to single out anyone, these are problems that are widespread throughout the industry. Billie Eilish made it abundantly clear that she was not singling out any particular musicians, despite the fact that she expressed issues on the wasteful packaging and sales practices that are prevalent in the music industry. In point of fact, she freely stated that she was guilty of releasing various versions of her own albums in order to promote the purchase of those CDs by her followers on multiple occasions. On the other hand, she did not make it obvious whether these choices were solely hers or whether they were those of her record label. When it comes to variants, so many artists release them, including me, which I clearly state in the article. Billie acknowledged in her own words. It is clear that I am one of those artists. She brought her ideas to a close by highlighting the critical nature of the climate situation and the necessity of collective response. Now is the time to address the climate catastrophe, and it is about each of us being a part of the problem and making an effort to improve our actions. Then she continued, Billie Eilish made this statement in an effort to redirect attention away from specific musicians and toward the more significant problem at hand, which is the impact that the music business as a whole has on the state of the environment. On the other hand, when it comes to defending Taylor Swift against any kind of trolling or criticism, one thing is plainly clear: her devoted fan base, which is lovingly referred to as Swifties, is always ready to rally behind her. Over and over again, these committed supporters have demonstrated that they will always have Taylor's back, regardless of the circumstances. However, it is not just Swifties who are standing in Taylor's corner. Travis Kelce, who is Taylor's loving boyfriend, has also demonstrated that he is more than eager to step up and protect her honor. By providing unflinching support and taking a protective posture, Travis has made it abundantly apparent that he will not accept anyone who is trying to get his cherished girlfriend by trolling her. Swifties and Travis Kelce come together to build a formidable support system for Taylor, which guarantees that she will always feel loved, cherished, and protected in spite of any negativity that may arrive. Remember that you have an army of dedicated followers and a partner who is fiercely protective of her, and that they are ready to stand up for her at a moment's notice. This is essential information for anyone who is considering throwing shade at Taylor. So, what are your thoughts on this matter? Please let us know if you enjoyed seeing this movie by leaving a comment below. In order to be the first to watch my next video, you will need to click the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon.